Hey, this is MJ, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to crochet our Honeyweave dishcloth. This beautiful textured stitch is created by working double crochets and a crossover treble crochet. We finish it off with this beautiful slip stitch chain one border. The yarn that we'll be using for this pattern is Herrschners Cottage cotton. It is a blend of 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. It is a very soft, medium worsted weight yarn, and it washes up beautifully for dishcloths. I'll be using two hook sizes for this pattern, a 4.5 as well as a 4mm, and these are streamline metal hooks from Furls Crochet, and we're using the gold in today's tutorial. So to begin, we'll put a slip knot on our 4.5mm crochet hook. And we'll chain a total of 41. So I've worked my 41 chains. And now we're going to work one double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. So we're not counting the chain that is on the loop that is currently on our hook. We're going to start here with our chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to work a double crochet. We're now going to work a double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to work a treble crochet back in the 5th chain from the hook, which will be the chain right here before the double crochet. So we're going to yarn over twice. And to go through the chain, we're going back to front. So I'm going in front of these double crochets, but then when I go to the stitch, I'm going to push my hook from the back to the front, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So our starting chain counts as a double crochet. We then have our crossover treble, and then we have our 2 doubles right here. So next we're going to skip the next chain and we'll double crochet into the next 2. So skip, double crochet in the next chain, and then I'm going to work another treble back into the skipped chain. So yarn over twice, we're going back, so we're going over top of our double crochets but back to front through the chain. I'm going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The first row is a little tricky. Once we get going, it's going to make a lot more sense and be easier to work. So we skip the next chain and we work 2 doubles. We're just going to repeat this pattern across. So skip, work a double crochet in the next, a double crochet in the next, and a treble in the skipped chain, going back to front through that chain. Skip the next chain, So we're going to continue working this across, and we will continue with our 3-stitch repeat across, but then we'll need to end with a double crochet. So I'm going to continue this pattern across. So I've continued with my pattern across. I'm coming to my last stitch and I'm going to work a double crochet. We're then going to chain 3 and turn. Our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet in this pattern. So next we're going to skip the next stitch, and then we're going to double crochet in the next 2. Then we're going to work a treble into our skip stitch. So yarn over twice. We're going over top of our double crochets, but we're going back to front through the stitch. Yarning over, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2 to complete our treble. Skip the next stitch, work 2 or double in each of the next 2. And then a treble in the skip stitch. So going over top, going back to front, work your treble crochet stitch. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way across. And we will end with a double crochet. So I'm just finishing off my last repeat. I have my treble to work, and then we're going to work a double crochet in the turning chain. Chain 3 and turn. And now all you're going to do is just repeat row 2 for the pattern, and you can see how beautiful and textured this stitch looks. So you're going to work a total of 19 rows, or the rows that are needed in order to make a complete square. So I've completed my 19 rows, and my dishcloth is measuring. It's a little bit less than 9, so it's about 8.5 by 8.5. And then I'm going to change over to the smaller hook. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn. So we're going to work the border in our 4mm crochet hook. So I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to turn and work down this side of the dishcloth. So we're working across the side edge of the rows. We're going to work 2 single crochet per row. So 19 rows by 2 is going to be a total of 38. And it's pretty easy to identify the rows. I'm going to work right into the stitches as I work along the side. You can see we have that big sort of gap on this row. This one, you still have a gap, it's just not quite as big. And we'll just continue working that. Okay, so I've worked 38, and now we're going to work across our bottom edge, which is a total of 38 stitches. Okay, so I've worked across 38, and at the corner, we're going to just chain 1, And then we're going to work 38 stitches across the bottom, chain 1 at the corner, work our 38 stitches up the side, chain 1, and then work back across the row, a total of 38. Okay, so I've worked across 38 across the bottom. I'm going to chain 1 again at the corner, and I'm just going to complete now working up the side, and I'll continue working around and meet you back at this corner. Okay, so I've worked all the way around. I'm going to chain 1 and slip stitch into our first single crochet to join. I'm just going to show you how you get this beautiful, almost braided look on the edge by doing this border, and it's so quick and easy to do. So I'm going to first off chain 1 to get started, then we can slip stitch, chain 1, and in the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1. You can see how that's looking. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit for you. So I'm just going to continue doing this all the way around, and at our chain 1 corner I will just do the slip stitch chain 1 in that corner chain 1 space as well. Okay, so once you get all the way around, we're just going to slip stitch in our starting stitch to join, and then we can fasten off. And we can weave in our tails. If you want to go one way, you can go back in the opposite direction to make sure that your tail is secure. So now to finish off, if you are gifting your dishcloth, you could give it a block. So you can wet block it, pin it to measurements, or you could just lightly steam block as well. Our dishcloth is measuring about 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches. So now what I've also included with your PDF, so this is a bonus that you receive when you do purchase the PDF pattern, is the tags for gifting or selling at markets. So I have just a standard dishcloth tag, but I also did the personalized Honeyweave dishcloth tags as well. So you can print out either one that you prefer, and then we can just cut out on the dotted lines, and I'll show you how to assemble. So you can just roll it up like this, and we can take our label and just wrap it. Because the label is quite large, you can play around with how you want to fold your dishcloth, you could fold them like this as well. Okay, and then all you're going to do is place some tape just to secure that. I think I kind of like that for this dishcloth, a little different than the last ones we did. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tap the bell to stay updated on all my new videos and tutorials. Make sure to check the description box below the video where you'll find the yarn and pattern links. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.